Hello, TCL fans. We are back here with our second to last regular season game of the TCL Season 2. I got to say, it's almost a little emotional here. This has been a great season. I've had a great time with all of you, and I hope everyone has here too. And I think I'm excited to move on to playoffs and kind of see where things get a little bit bigger. But I'm sad because I think we've had a fun time, and especially now this season, we're seeing a couple teams get eliminated, including one of the teams we have tonight. So happy to have you all join us, and hopefully you've enjoyed these streams and are enjoying coming back. Joining me on the desk here is the Mr. Wally Warp. With me here. How you doing today, brother?
I'm doing fantastic, Abraham. You keep saying it was kind of sad tonight. I'm going to say I'm on pins and needles here because you might be counting your ducks a little bit before they hatch, because there is still a chance that Bermuda surprises all of us here and doesn't go 0-6 today, right? And then I have stakes in that, because if they do win tonight, then I don't have to do a tiebreaker. So I'm totally biased right now in how this game goes.
That's a really excellent point. That's a great point here. And these folks, unfortunately, they have not won a game all season long. I will admit the chess club is the team that I would like to play the first round of the playoffs. If they were to lose tonight, it would guarantee that we get to play them. Otherwise, we have to play they have to play the tiebreaker against you guys. So I'm just saying, I'd be happy to see. I'd be happy to see them come out. Now,
you're saying that an easy win? I know.
It is what it is. I think, I think this is one of those stories. Like last season, we saw AI Box's team come out, and unfortunately, I'm going to be triggering a little bit of PTSD here for Bloodbath and Beyond, who is on production tonight. It was so nice to step up for us. Do appreciate that, but last season, AI Box, Droid 08, that team came into the playoffs. This was before your time, Wally. You were barely a twinkle in your parents' eye. And they came in and they beat Blood's team after going 0-5 through the season. Now, we can't have that situation because we're eliminating bottom teams for the playoffs, but this could be a similar kind of fun end of season. They try out something new. Turns out it's what they should have been doing the whole time. That's kind of what I'm thinking tonight. How about you?
Yeah, I love it. I mean, honestly, I'd like to just see Bermuda even just take a game off of them, like just a little bit of validation for their hard work this season. So, if nothing else.
Yeah, well, here's the thing, right? They showed up week by week. When you lose every single game, and not just match, but every single game, you're bound not to have a good time. And I think these folks, they made a commitment. They showed up. They paid their money. They're going to get what they can out of this, and so they did. But we're getting into Champ Select here. The Chess Club is picking their first champion. I'm thinking from Lucid, this is going to be, actually the Volibear locked in. Presumably, yeah, interesting there. Presumably because Lyrica is kind of a Volibear main in the jungle. I'm interested that we didn't see either the Kai'Sa or the Jhin first pick. That's kind of been the TCL meta. Right. And Lucid and Droid have kind of followed that meta for this whole time. But maybe we'll see something fun from these guys.
Yeah, first pick flex blue side. I really don't see that too often. But we have the Quinn to match it right away, assuming it is top. So
it is top.
I was hoping for the Teemo again, honestly.
I've been wanting him to play the Quinn pretty much throughout this entire TCL season. His team wouldn't let him do it. They wanted to try hard. I was the assumption that maybe that try hard is part of what was causing some issues there. But who knows? It's the end of the season, and we may never know. But all we do know is the Queen is coming out, and it is a hard count to that Volibear top.
That Rammus isn't too bad in the jungle either into it. So, I mean, honestly, they kind of hedged their bets with those picks there just now. So hopefully it pays off.
Yeah, I'm curious. I didn't really know that anyone actually wanted to play Rammus. I thought it was.
He still doesn't have that cool little jump they were going to give him. So,
I know. I'm excited for that. Yeah,
Snore champion.
I'm excited. Yeah, I think it's one of those things that you kind of do reactively almost. Sure. You're like, damn it, they have a bunch of AD. I better lock this in. Sucks. No one wants to do it. But
so it is going to be the Void top and jungle. So they both are going to have early pressure with these picks. The biggest disadvantage for the Rammus is he does have a slower clear than his Hecarim, so they're going to have to really kind of pick their battles here as far as ganking goes.
Well, that's the thing. I never really know this about Rammus. I mean, presumably the Hecarim can walk in and just beat him up the entire time, but he dies so slowly that invades aren't bound to be ridiculously successful. I don't know. You're the jungler. You tell me.
Well, Heckram's really ability bit focused, right? So the whole time he's taunted, he's not gonna be able to do anything. Like no Qs, no rampage. And if he is taunted long enough to drop his rampage stacks, that drops his DPS a lot because it cuts into the cooldown that he's gonna have coming through.
Oh man, that's a Xerath. The question is I would say I'm 99% sure that's a Xerath from D-Brand.
That'd be fun. I did see that in his match history. So
he's been wanting to play that all season long. His team hasn't let him do it. This is funny. All these players are well known for having these weird kind of spicy picks, and I think a couple people on their team are trying to hold it all in. Guys, how to play meta. Meta's going to win us these games. And I don't know. People aren't that good in TCL. I'm not that good. You're certainly not that good. Just kidding. Go play your non-meta stuff.
Yeah, there's a saying that my good friend in ADC there, Toasty, always says, which is play your League of Legends, which is exactly what these players need to do if they want to make something happen here tonight.
Hey, there's truth to that, man. That's some man pointing at head right there. That's what we got.
All right, last ban.
Second round bans coming through. Banning the Jhin from Sir Aaron.
And okay.
Making a broad assumption that he wants to play a traditional ADC. Let's see what he, I think he wants to go carry. I think he wants to show that he was meant to be in this ADC position and it was good for him.
I'd almost be not surprised if they pulled a double AP bot lane. So.
Yep. Wow, that's the Swain Xerath. So that's a little interesting because traditionally, you got the Xerath E. It's probably a little bit easy to dodge, especially in the bot lane with a little bit of range. I guess what my question is usually you like to play Swain with a hook support, like a Pike. The Pike Swain is an absolutely disgusting lane. Look at these tryhards. Yeah. Oh man, these tryhards. These guys are no fun. They're we want that top seed. We are going to play meta BS. We're not here to have fun. We're here to win this game. Meanwhile,
there's plenty of magic damage to get through the Black Shield, though. They really, sure, it's Morgana and all, but they're going to have the damage they need to get the CC off if they really want it.
What are we going to round out this comp with? Is it going to be the Cassiopeia?
Gragas. Interesting.
That
AP Gragas.
I don't think that was. I think that we're going to rerun this champ select. There's no way that was intended. No way that was intended. That's supposed to be an Ari. All right, that's supposed to be an Ari.
That makes more sense. Oh man. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to be rerunning this.
At least we're generous here in the TCL. I know that happened in a ECAC game yesterday with Alec, and they got stuck playing a Rengar top on a bronze player.
Interesting. Oh man, there's nothing wrong with Rengar top.
There's something wrong with it when you're in bronze.
That's a good point.
Not great. This is why we use Pro Draft, ladies and gentlemen. Just in the off chance that something's going wrong here.
So yeah, let's see if Bermuda Squares let that go through. That was actually a rule break right there.
Oh, is it? Okay. Yeah. It does look like in the chat they're discussing right now if they want to force the pick or not. Oh. Ooh. Okay. Just hang with us here, ladies and gentlemen. They went back into champ select and backed out.
Yeah, sorry, folks. We're trying to get some rules squared here.
Right. Admin on main here.
Yeah, we got the admin here. Well, one team, the team can't tell if they want to enforce it or not. We're gonna figure this out, folks. Yeah, so right there, the rule book does state that if you mispick because of technical difficulty, you have to quit champ select. Yeah, you have to pick champ select. You have to leave champ select. They didn't do it, and it looks like they might be forced to play the Gragas here. That is part of the rules. So we'll see what happens here.
At least it's an AP champion, right? Like they didn't say if whether or not he got disconnected and that was just a random pick by the game, or if he didn't have Ari or what happened there.
Yep.
But at least it's something that goes comp appropriate, right?
Oh man, I think they're really gonna have to play this Gragas out. I am So excited to see this. The question is,
I wasn't.
Yeah, well, the question is will this mispick be the reason that finally the loss happens for or rather the win happens here for Bermuda Squares? I don't know the answer.
Right. Oh my god.
This is an unprecedented TCL situation, ladies and gentlemen.
It's not even something. I mean, they could. I guess hypothetically they could send the Gragas support, right, and put the Morg mid, but I don't know if that does much for them.
No, Gragas mid is totally reasonable.
Oh, it's 100% reasonable. It's just a matter whether Wojtek plays it. So.
Yeah, it's Gragas. Come on, how hard can it be? How hard can it be?
You say that, but I'm gonna be counting every barrel that's in someone the wrong direction.
You press Q, you build a little bit of AP, you kill the back line. Occasionally you press W and then you EQ at the same time and do that cute little combo. And then sometimes you press R to disengage or catch someone out. It's easy. Yeah. That's all you gotta do. It's free.
Free.
Yeah. Spirit of Fate, it looks like you're just tuning in. There was a mispick on the side of the chess club, and they are being, it looks, forced to keep the pick because they didn't follow the rules and needing to quit out of champ select here. We're going to see if it's actually being enforced here, but the pick was Gragas mid. It was unintentional. It was meant to be an Ari mid, and so Wojtek might be forced to play the Gragas mid. So we'll see what happens here, folks. Yeah, and if it seems I don't know what's going on or what the hell's happening, it's because I don't.
And we don't know what the matchup is yet either. They didn't pick it out, right?
So the thing is they showed a soul.
Oh,
it's actually, I want to be clear, it's actually fair on behalf of Sir Aaron because they already showed the Ace Soul, which is what they were going to pick. And so, like, from their perspective, he might be saying, oh, I actually prefer Ari. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's a fair...
I didn't know if they actually locked it or not, so okay. I also didn't know we had an Ace Soul player in the league. That's exciting.
Unclear here if that was all right. Well, he locked the Ari. Right. Yeah, let's see. The team is going to debate it out here. I thought that they were actually trying to enforce that Gragas, and
yeah, it looked like it. I'm curious.
Yeah, sure. It looked like half the team was saying no, half the team was saying yes. So we'll see what they end up doing. Question is, does he pull the Ace Soul out? I think that Ari's probably pretty good into Ace Soul.
Galio, that makes much more sense.
Well, there you go. It's the least that you could ask for if something like that happens. The least that you could ask for is, okay, well, let me, pick the right matchup that I want.
So.
Correct. Yeah. Oh, man. All right, so we're going to have the Galio. The Galio is obviously going to play really well into the Ari there. Tell me about your dog, Wally.
She's just deciding to be very rude. I don't think she likes this ruling that's coming down about this Ari min.
What's her name?
Roxy. That is my pit bull mix. She's a sweetheart, but she's 8 billion years old, so she doesn't really like to listen to anybody if her to do anything.
Now, does the stream get to see her, or is she out of potential view?
She's in the living room right now. She comes to say hi, maybe, but maybe I don't know. If I go scream for her, she'll come barking into the room. So.
Yeah, well, I'm very careful. I've isolated myself from the dogs because all those efforts do is make noise and bark. So I want to make sure that the TCL fans here get the proper viewing experience, and those freaking loud ass puppers gonna ruin that. So
no,
the sacrifices I make for you folks.
I dare say that one of my other dogs decided the bathroom door open, so they're working in tandem here together.
Yeah, I feel that. All right, so talk to me here. Bermuda Squares hasn't received a single win for this entire season, as we've discussed. Tonight may be the night, but for tonight to be the night, they need to have a strat to back it up. What do you think that strat is, and how do they play this game out?
Well, the way I look at this comp, right, it's either massive, like, global pressure with the Galio Quinn and the Rammus speed, or it's going to be just a stomp through bot lane. I'm not sure if they can do that or not. It is a pretty uninteractive lane with the Ezreal Morgana, but if they can get snowballing, I'm not sure that the front line is tanky enough to deal with them. Since we have basically tanks for our front line here.
I actually really do like this Morgana pick, by the way, because that's...
Like, I do, for sure.
It depends. It depends how quick Droid is, but like the good thing is if you get hit with the Xerath E, which usually in this type of lane with the Swain, like, you get some big like hook or high CC champ, you hit that first CC, then the Swain pulls based off of that, and you're just getting like bounce house pulled all over the place. Even if you get hit with that first CC, then Morgana just applies the black shield, and then okay, you got hit with it, but he actually can't pull you because of it.
Sure.
That's going to be really, really, really big, and so I like that Morgana pick. As Morgana is also the classic like Korean bot lane. That's what that was always known for, is some of those best players in that bot lane role in Korea love this bot lane. So it's safe. It can kind of go wherever it wants and do whatever it wants. Like it's almost impossible to catch. Like who are you going to go? Like how do you gank that lane? Let's start there.
Yeah, right. Rammus is never going to taunt anyone ever. So.
Well, and I would also
got
like
going
to say,
for them is they have 3 magic damage dealers there, so maybe they can just overpower the black shield.
Correct. But, and it is notable too that Morgana in general is just a disgusting pick versus Rammus as a whole. For sure. X factor this game is gonna be 1M Tiny Rick on this Quinn for the first time. Been wanting to play it all season. Finally able to today. We're gonna see it. Unfortunately, we're gonna see it a little bit too late because they have just been eliminated from playoff. These guys are like pure like chaotic neutral here. Because like this is their one chance to win, and it won't make a single difference for them.
It'll be good for their pride, and that's what matters. It'll be good for their pride and for my patience. So.
That's true. They get something out of it. That is true. If they win tonight, they do get something out of it. That kind of is
my love and respect. That's what they get out.
Yeah, your love and respect. They get something. Most importantly, they get to F with the chess club before departing. You know what I mean? It's like.
Nice middle finger on the way out the door.
Yeah, remember like in Call of Duty that you get the what was it, the martyrdom grenade?
Yeah, yes.
Where when you got killed, it would drop a grenade under you and like it just like chaotically blow up someone. Like it's not really like a strategy. It's not even supposed to be like a good strategy because you can just run away from it. It's only for if you forget.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, that's what this is. They have a chance to drop the holy hand grenade of preventing the chess club from first seed on their way out, which is kind of exciting to me.
Oh yeah, no, I love it. That's the kind of stuff where people make mistakes because they're sitting on their hands basically, thinking they got a free ride.
Yeah, little sad that we're not seeing the Gragas mid, but it's probably
Me too. We do have Predator on IREP though, and Flash mixing it up today.
Ooh, what? You know what? I have seen both of these. The Predator on Galio actually makes a lot of sense because you
for sure
run like 3 billion miles an hour. Yeah. Yeah, that one does make a lot of sense. Taking Flash, really interesting. I didn't think he had it in him, but I guess he does.
He really might. I actually wanted to win this, so.
Yeah. Well, let's hope.
We're getting going here. Anything else exciting? This looks like our summoners are pretty standard across the board here.
Top lane is what we're watching. That's what's important here. We want to see Tiny Rick here.
Oh, for sure. No, I mean, he's definitely the right kind of champion to just take this game over if he gets ahead.
Sure is here. Right now we've got Vision not applying. If our producer could go to the bottom left corner of the screen and... yeah, there we go. There we go. Vision has been applied. The fog of war. Thank you here. We're seeing our very standard 5-point spread right here. Interestingly, the mid laner positioned above. I don't know if that was preparing for some type of invade or not, but maybe they're just trying to fill entrances, or maybe they don't really care. Maybe this is snack time. Maybe he's watching anime on his other monitor. I don't know. It could be any of those things.
I certainly hope it's a good one. All right, let's see. So it's looking like we're going to do standard red-blue starts here. Bottom to top.
Oh my god, they're going to lane swap.
Oh, it is a lane swap. Okay.
I love it. I was wondering, okay, well, you know what? Anime jokes aside here, they're going to be putting the Ahri in the top lane against the Quinn because the counter matchup is so big. Good move. That's a really, really smart lane swap right there.
Definitely. I'm curious to see how that plays out. Neither of them's really going to be in a huge comfort zone, but...
Yeah, well, and not just that, but I also expect, like Galio is supposed to do really well into these mages here.
Right.
I'm kind of sitting here expecting the Volibear to just, do some awful, unspeakable horrors. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm not entirely sure what to expect here.
It'll be tough. Volley needs his E damage to win most trades, so not being able to get to the magic barrier with that, it could be pretty catastrophic.
Yeah. Now here's the thing, right? Music X is not entirely known within this league for dumpstering lanes.
Yeah, that's
not to say he's a bad player. It's just not necessarily what he's known for. And so the question is he going to be able to beat up on him? Galio walking through and finding the ward onto the enemy blue buff. Interesting here because, I guess the Hecarim did start bot side. They're looking to find out if he's going to be making an early roam top. Mm-hmm. I'm sure you'd like to see this Queen get behind because, let's be honest, that is going to be the X factor of this team.
Yeah. No, I mean, we've got standard full clears, it looks like, so far. I'm not expecting anything too crazy. Hecarim should clear faster than the Rammus, so if they do just completely full clear and go top, he'll make it there first.
Yeah, well, the thing you're going to see here, too, with the Quinn, because of that AD range, is that she's going to keep the lane pushed throughout this entire early game. Mm-hmm. Ahri uses a lot of mana in the first 5 levels to be able to push these waves, especially before she actually goes and buys any. Because of that, you basically got someone who's built AD, you've got a bunch of auto attacks, and can just keep this thing pushed. The question is will Hecarim be able to find the right ganks to play off of that? But the good news here is that if you want to play this game around topside, with this Rammus and with the Galio, with the Global, you're going to be a good spot to do that because the top laner will have priority through this lane phase.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
No, Lyrica, you don't want this, brother. You really don't want this, brother.
I don't know.
Right, so he's going to be able to get in, and he actually is able to find the taunt onto the Hecarim. He's almost going to get one shot. The question is, can they find Rook Stout? Rook Stout does heal off of that Triumph. Right here, Music X is in, finds First Blood onto this. This is just a little bit of a fiesta here. Waj actually comes in, and is he going to be able to find the taunt on this? Oh, Iroquois back in. He goes in. He looks for the taunt. He just, basically one-taps it. You didn't want that, buddy, and even Tiny Rick didn't know that was coming. And, your Ahri's going to walk topside with a little kill under her belt.
Yeah, that was something, all right. I think we're seeing communication errors already. They played that really slow. I almost think that if they just pulled the trigger on that immediately, they could have got away with it. But
yeah, and I think that's something we see a lot with this team is none of them know what they're going to do, and I don't know if they just never found the right communication or what. But yeah, that's going to be the unfortunate reality. Quinn is sticking mid after that, and the Galio has actually TP'd to the top lane. So they're going to be looking to keep this. Oh, interesting. Yeah, unclear what's happening. Oh, we have a game coming in bot side right here. The Rammus here has found the taunt onto Luciv, onto the Ezreal. Ezreal, yeah, totally just pants down, had already used his flash shield. I think he got hit with the double CC. Curious if the black shield missed right there. Unclear at this point in time.
Their combos should be still strong enough to break through this early, so it really just depends on the layer of the spell.
Yeah, so you're going to see a lot of this between this matchup. The Ahri literally has to use everything she has just to keep this wave pushed.
She already does have an early blue buff, though. So.
She does. That's a good point, but she doesn't actually have the damage from the level ups yet.
Right.
That's kind of the bigger problem.
Yeah. No,
especially when she gets Ludens, it's fine. Basically, there hits a point in the game where she can 1Q and the Q at max range, just like one shots the back waves. That's obviously where she wants to be, but the question is how long does it take her to get there, and how much can the Quinn farm until that point?
Right. Let's see what we've got going on now. We've got an Ocean Drake for our first Drake, so that's going to be pretty hotly contested with these teams. A bit of a CS lead coming up in our top lane, as to be expected, even with the swap, I'd say.
All right, we got both junglers positioning towards the top side into this river. Obviously, the Rammus is finishing this camp. Hecarim invading here, trying to see what he's looking for, and he might actually just go on to Lyrica. No, he's going to actually take it down and look for the gank on a Tiny Rick. Tiny Rick, the charm's just barely going to miss. I don't know if you want this, Waj. Oh, Tiny Rick gets away. Lyrica's still chasing this. I don't think he wants this either, but wow, Tiny Rick barely gets away. Waj takes that turret shot. Interesting. Both teams are going to get out completely unscathed in terms of, let's see, Tiny Rick didn't actually have the flash, so the cooldown obviously wasn't spent right there. I was hoping IREP was going to be able to find something
he's looking for it
on that B.
Clip that punch on the wall there.
Nothing used from either team right there and yet 2 people get away with about 10 HP each.
Yeah, that was interesting. I just noticed an interaction there that I hadn't thought about. The kick on the Quinn locked him into taking the true damage from the RQ, so that's really going to be a hard time for him to do any real trading with him, I think.
Oh, it sure is. Rook Stout sitting here and is trying to get his level 6 as soon as possible. That's really when the gank potential comes up. Especially when he's going to be ganking against this Quinn, where he actually needs that mobility.
Oh, for sure. He's going to have a hard time doing anything into her without the ult. They are back top now, so I have another swap coming through. But I expect our junglers to sit bot side here for a while for this first Drake.
So, speaking of first Drake, we have a level 6 here from the Hecarim. Lyrica looking for a gank, but he doesn't actually have his level 6 yet. And I almost feel like this is a great opportunity. Oh, and look at IREP. IREP coming through. They're expecting some kind of fight because he's coming down looking for that Galio ult. I think they're going to be trying to turn this into a dragon. The question is can this level 6 Hecarim
each other here?
Do something about it? Oh, we got the fight here. Lyrica was able to find that out. Not sure how that started.
Oh, no? He didn't commit to the Predator.
Yeah, oh man. Meanwhile, yeah, you're seeing why this Quinn is so good. Seeing why the Quinn is so good in the Volibear, because she could basically just run him down. If the Volibear ever comes at him, he just jumps at him.
Oh, still no 6 here on the Rammus. Not that that's a huge power spike, but it is some nice added damage. Looks like we're just going to go back to farming, though. We've got 1 on the crab and 1 on the blue buff here.
Well, speaking of the crab here, this might be his level 6. I'm hoping it is for his sake. Because this Hecarim at some point is going to hit level 7. Yeah, there we go. I was saying, you're going to be wondering what happened to this game. Ari farming topside in...
Lyrica looking for an invade.
Oh, wait.
Pretty low here. He better not get found out.
Lyrica wants to dive this here.
Interesting.
He wants Tiny Rick to be able to push this in. The Hecarim doesn't even know he's there. He's just going to go for it.
Flash?
Wait, Waj all the minions away from the tower. Oh, and he finds the kill. A brilliant play gets the double Q onto it. And right here, the Hecarim is in. Launch the stable. This man is the stallion has jumped in. Saves his teammate, and Waj is somehow going to get away from that. I definitely love the idea of what they were going for, but the problem is with an Ahri with ult, like, boy, diving under tower like that, especially when the wave hasn't shown up yet, there's just not much you can do for that.
Yeah, that was way too big a wave for Rammus to really play around, unfortunately. He probably still had no Powerball left to get through it, but he just decided to clip it.
Oh, poor guy. That was a forced play for a team that wasn't really behind.
Yeah, a lot of times with Rammus, you actually want to hold your flash. You can flash over a wave if you absolutely need to, but I do like the angle he went for there.
Oh, man. Oh, here. All right, so Tiny Rick, really smart move.
Yeah.
He knows that the ult is down. He got the flash. Lyrica showed up just in case, but the fact is a really good play by Tiny Rick there. Understanding. Meanwhile, we have fight bot lane. Droid is flashing. He's found the ult onto 2 people. The ult is going to split the uprights here from Luciv. Unfortunately, in League of Legends, that's a bad thing, unlike football. Maybe a 7-10 split would have been better. Meanwhile, IREP here is bot. Yeah, not able to buffer any of that CC. He's just going to get... Oh, he's going to go and he's going to try and find this taunt on Luciv, who still has flash. Good look there from IREP. Able to get the flash. But, yeah, unfortunately, they weren't able to find the kill. Curious what happened to D-Brand there. I don't know if he was out of the fight. I don't know if he actually did get all of his damage down. Rook Stout here. It's actually not going to matter what Rook Stout's doing because we got the flash here from Lyrica. Or rather, getting the flash there from the Volibear.
And so that's no flashes on anyone on the blue team. This should be a free Drake if they root for it.
Yeah, that was very chaotic, but the fact is they got a bunch of summoner spells out from it, and they're going to be able to find an objective because of it. So, good look there. Yeah, Tiny Rick does need to show up and give him the DPS. Sir Aaron, you got to get the heck out of there.
Okay, we do have lining up here for D-Brand, possibly a gank.
Rook Stout right here. Gonna see if he can find something a little bit after that, and he might just go for the scuttle. No, he actually realizes the D-Brand just standing way too far up. I don't know what this man's doing. I think he might have been on stack time himself. No matter what happens, it ends with D-Brand dying here. The question is will Droid die here too? And no, it doesn't matter. Man's gonna get one shot. D-Brand is dead, and yeah, you can't be there, brother. That's the rule. That's the rule of law tonight. IREP going to go in, find the taunt onto Music X here because he's going to be finding this Lyrica showing up on time. Forces the ults, as Blood pointed out last week, a very long cooldown here from this Volibear ult early game. I mean, I like to see these guys forcing a lot of resources. I feel bad because they're not getting a lot. Wojtek finds the solo kill in the top lane. We missed it because I think now Bloodbath and Beyond's on snack time, but just know that it happened. Tiny Rick has died.
It's all right. I'm sure it was kind of a 1-2 punch sort of situation.
I'm just kidding. Oh, the repeat gank, now that it's been used. Speaking of the ultimate being used, beautiful teleport here coming in from IREP. They're going to hit him on all the CC through that. Lyrica showing up on time. See, that looked like a play that was put together by an actual team, not a bunch of flex queue people playing. And I got to wonder, where has this been all season from these guys?
Yeah, seriously. I just noticed, too, a little twinkle in my eye here. We might have a fight in the jungle first here. Give me just a sec.
Oh, D-Brand here, up here, trying to find the wards. Rooks out beautifully. Buffers the Xerath E, gets over him, and this guy's just going to walk to his death.
Used to playing his tanks, I think, D-Brand there.
Yeah,
able to just go where he wants. So we have a Band of Glass mirror on our Galio here. That just piqued my sight. Is that a Shurelia's coming through, or what is that? Do you know, by chance?
You know, I don't play Dog Champ, so I don't know what that builds into. I know it builds into Moonstone.
Right, I know it builds into Moonstone. Moonstone on Galio seems like insane, to put it nicely.
Yeah, but we're talking about IREP, though.
Because he's got the hashtag alternator.
It might be the Chemtech Putrefier.
Oh.
I believe is what that also builds into.
Okay. Yeah,
that's a possibility.
And they would all get marked with the gravest wounds. That's interesting. Okay.
Now the question is what healing are you trying to prevent here? The gank is coming in. We are going to see. Oh, and speaking of Chemtank, this one, the one that gives you a bunch of speed. Oh, and he finds the taunt. Oh no! Oh, okay. All right, he's able to find it there. He got pulled out of the CC from D-Brand. The ult's going to come through. Chris Kyle's American Sniper trying to find this last little bit here. He's going to find the double kill. And usually you don't want your support getting a double kill, but when it's a Xerath, that's A-okay. Great play here coming in from Bermuda Squares.
Yeah, fantastic. They waited out that Black Shield. That was really good. We do have a trade for the Herald because of that play. It is already past 14 minutes, so it's not the best trade in the world, but it is something. Looks like we got to fight top lane.
Just a little bit of trading. Just some, you know, some locker room behavior here. Oh, watch! He doesn't realize he's on the ward. He's just going to get completely one-shot. I didn't even realize he was on a ward. I thought that was a red ward, because apparently I'm colorblind. Great play there from Waj. And I think Lyrica was looking for something a little cheeky, but he just got Yu-Gi-Oh! Trap carded right there.
Yeah, I will get an invaded the chickens there, but we do have Galio coming up behind Hecarim here.
That was the ultimate Uno. No you. Reverse card. Oh, right here, Tiny Rick looking to find Rook Stout caught in his jungle. He's still blowned by this. Yeah, the ult's going to come through, but it isn't going to matter anything. Waj does find a little bit of damage back onto IREP, but this man's a Galio. Turns out he's really good at tanking magic damage. Who would have thunk?
And, oh, no. Come on, minions.
Now, can Droid here find the correct finding?
Oh, do we get a return?
Looks like they're going to be fine. He should be able to walk out scot-free. Oh, that being said, yeah, so Surian's going to flash forward. Oh, but Surian flash forward gets almost completely one-shot by the Ari. Is the Ignite going to tick down? Time will tell. It does tick down, but they find the return onto this Ari right afterwards. Good little one-for-one, you know, no man left behind. Eye for an eye action right there, and this might actually end up looking to some kind of objective. Meanwhile, Elusive chilling about actually in the top lane. This Rammus is 1v1ing Music X. Music X has no mana. Oh, Lyrica actually misses the Powerball. And he's not able to find... Oh, man, poor guy.
Oh, man, that hurts to watch. Oh, boy.
Oh, Elusive here, looking to find Tiny Rick. Tiny Rick is slowed while he's in this ult if he's getting damaged. The Black Shield's on, so he's not... Okay, yep. Nice. Rick Stout's just going to run away. He'd already used his E movement speed.
Okay. Now, it's interesting. I actually really like what I'm seeing here from Bermuda.
By the way, I wouldn't lie to our viewers and suggest that I felt like Lyrica was looking particularly comfortable on the Rammus pick here. I'm not going to say it's bad because it's led to a couple plays that have been really useful. You know, it's just little things like, you know, weird flashes, like hitting minions, not being able to complete the Powerball. Things that like a seasoned Rammus player I wouldn't necessarily expect from. Meanwhile here, Waj going in, trying to find the full combo onto the Xerath, but uses the ult and... Oh! Elusive! Finds the dash! Didn't see exactly what happened there, but he clearly made some kind of play. I just didn't see what the position here. Lyrica comes over the wall. Droid away now doesn't have the black shield to actually keep himself alive. Sacrifices himself for the Ezreal player here. Elusive is going to stay alive, but at what cost? And wow, these guys are playing with a little bit of heart. Something we haven't seen most of these.
Yeah, it's only a 3K difference right now. I mean, it's really not anything. I think it's just the tower gold right now.
Boy, we got maybe... Yeah, oh, never mind. Hard to see from the minimap here. Galio's going to go post himself bot, pick up a little bit of this farm. He is pretty far down on this Ahri, who actually has... looks like she has the most gold in the game. Yeah, wow. Yeah, I guess that's what 5 kills will do to you. But
look at that difference with the Ezreal and the Swain, too. That really surprised me. That's, I think, the biggest difference. Just my math doing good. It's pretty cool.
That's pretty big, and we're going to be hitting this point in the game. You know, once the you hit that 2-item power spike. Oh, so you know what? This is really interesting, and I actually haven't seen this. Typically with the Ezreal, you go for the... you will start with the Manamune into the Sunderer. It looks like that not only has Elusive elected to skip the Manamune, but he's also built Essence Reaver as his Sheen item, which is interesting because it gives crit, which is traditionally something that Ezreal players don't want. So...
there is a new build going around right now that is Essence Reaver Dustblade. I don't know if that's what he's going to go for here.
That's got to be what it is then. Yeah, I have actually heard about that.
He'll have a hard time getting through the Galio and the Rammus if that's the case, but... Right.
Yeah, it does have the QSS, so if he gets hit by any of these big CCs, he's just out of there. He's got a black shield, he's got a QSS. This guy's playing just to not die, which is pretty fair, I gotta say, at this point of the game.
I'd say there's enough CC to get through the QSS, though, so hopefully...
Rook Stout gonna be looking for that blue buff. He actually finds it. I thought that there was probably an opportunity to go in on the team here, but the Quinn and the Rammus gonna be coming from top side, running it like Mach 3. Oh, actually, Rook Stout says, no, us caught out, you're caught out. Elusive here taking a bunch of damage. He's gonna get one shot. Great job by Tiny Rick here. The damage is in. Ira finds the taunt. What are these guys doing? They just ran into their death. Maybe they didn't even see that the Rammus was there, but they're gonna find this third kill on a Droid. Oh, wait. A brilliant, brilliant fight here. Man, I love watching that. I mean, these guys are coming in from topside. Rook Stout on the Hecarim says, oh, come on, I'm not scared of you. And turns out he finds out he probably should be scared.
We got Wojtek looking. Ooh!
Wojtek is a little bit out of position. He doesn't know if the Ram is behind. Oh my god! Brilliant play, brilliant CC. Gets hit with everything. The Ezreal, Tiny Rick looking really, really good on the Squin right here. Oh, man. Serarian with the Swain ult. A little bit curious of what he was going for there. I don't know, just about anything. Meanwhile, the Volley Bear is going to come in and smack this guy around. He finds the kill. Oh, Rook actually never used his ult at the beginning of that fight. Not sure why, not sure what happened. He's got to get in front of this Galio to make sure the punch doesn't go through. Unfortunately, these guys make a great play, and then they just kind of throw it by staying a little bit too long.
Yeah, those death timers this early are still short enough that they really got to watch themselves.
Droid away can't 1v1 the Scuttle, by the way. He misses the CC onto it. They're just going to go and take it straight onto Baron. And I got to say, I'm not really entirely sure who's going to be able to stop this because their jungler is on Gromp. The Quinn is bot side, at least looking for some kind of tower. Wow. I almost feel like if this Xerath walks in, well, he might know by now.
They might go over the wall. Yep.
Oh, look at, yeah. Oh, Elusive with the brilliant play. Hits him with literally everything, goes over the wall. He didn't need to do it, but that was some style moves right there. And every lead that BMS had, they just threw away.
Ooh, I gotta say, I'm honestly surprised. Like, I guess any of the other teams in the league, I don't know that they get away with that Baron. Even with whoever's down. That was dicey. It's a really squishy team into a pit.
I mean, you just got a team. Like, here's the thing, right? Like, you know what just happened. You know your guys died. You need to run straight to Baron. But unfortunately, what happens? Oh, Waj coming in here. Oh, the Justice Punch is going to miss from IREP. The question is will Wojtek be punished at all? He's not. He's going to walk out just fine. IREP is too. Tiny Rick coming in, potentially looking for the Ari, but he's just going to go right into a charm. Yeah, this guy's elusive here. Elusive here looking like he might be wanting to fight. Tiny Rick wanting to stay in the fight, baiting for... Oh, right here, the Rammus is going to come around. He's actually going to find all this damage. The Gallery's going to come in. Got a flash here from Wojtek. Elusive actually has to E out. Music X is in on the Rammus. The question is, can anyone actually kill said Rammus? Meanwhile, Rook's down up on top. Looking to go in on the Galio. Oh, he's going to ult in. He just absolutely misses. Is IREP going to be able to get out of this? If our producer could zoom out, give us a little more screen space so we can see what the heck is happening in this crazy fiesta of the game, that would be great. Oh, flash out from Tiny Rick. Meanwhile, the bear is in on all of this. Droid from the flank, able to find... Oh, this Galio's going to die. He does flash out. He's going to be able to... IREP takes flash out. It doesn't save him anyway. That's why you shouldn't take flash, buddy. Never take flash from the Mr. Anti-Flash. You knew it. You took it anyway, and look what happened. You died anyway.
Interesting. These fights are so disjointed. You'd think with all those players at Dragon something was going to happen.
Lucid goes over the wall, hits everything. He's going to be looking for D-Brand right here. Rook Stout with a beautiful play, finds all the damage. Lucid just going crazy on this fight here. And this will be turned into an inhib, and I gotta be honest, this could almost be turned into a game depending on what happened. Right here, the Rammus is tanky, but is he tanky enough? It looks like the answer to that question is no. Tiny Rick versus the world, able to dodge a skill shot. I don't know if he dodged or Droid dodged pointing it. Remains to be seen, but they're going to be going for the end here. Tiny Rick looking like he wants a buy, but these guys are going to have to come together and find some damage onto this. He does have the Kraken Slayer, so he can do the damage. He's going to go in, and he finds the jump off. Oh, the Black Shield was on. Really good job by Sir Aaron there blocking. Luciv is way too far forward. He's going to get popped. Music X, the bear, looking for the... Yeah, he's actually looking to finish that tower. IREP wants something, but his team is not with him. I think he needs to run away. If he gets... Yeah. Good man. Get away from that. You don't want that. Wojtek looking. Yeah, look, Wojtek's going to want to go in. You had to see that coming, IREP. The question is can his team save him? I think the answer to that question is no. Can anyone else do anything about this? Ari standing in the middle of the team. Stout comes in from up top, looking for the kill, and he finds the backup right there. And, wow. Yeah, boy.
What in the world? That was such a long, extended transition from the dragon. What the hell?
I'm sorry, folks. What are we watching here? This is solo queue.
Oh, wow.
This is solo queue. I don't even know how to cast this. There's no you know, hey, this happened, and because this happened, this is gonna happen. There's none of that. There's no cause and effect here. It's just a bunch of people out for blood.
Yeah, I don't think Bermuda expected them to transition off of that dragon fight for 2 towers and an inhibitor.
Well, what's clutch with all of this is Bermuda squares here with Tiny Rick with the gold lead. Tiny Rick having the second most gold in the game, only behind the Ari. Actually just find the ace, and they're still in this game, and they only lost one of their towers, too.
Yeah, wow. There's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of standing gold on the side of Chess Club here. So,
oh my God, these guys have such little respect. They thought someone was actually going to walk up and go after them. I don't blame them. It's just funny. Dustblade has come through, by the way, on the Ezra. I don't know what you're talking about, Blood. Good thing you guys can't hear this blasphemy in chat. That our producer is telling us. Oh man, the Zerath does no damage. Rook Stout's gonna be looking to go for him. And instead, they're just gonna take the tower. They're just gonna get a little bit out of it. Now, I think we're gonna be seeing Lyrica try to come around, look for the flank, and find some kind of fight. The Flash is notably still down, and so if he does, it's gonna be pretty obvious what's happening, and a Morgue Binding probably will follow here. Oh, so close! Sir Aaron gonna get one shot in oh boy, and unfortunately his stun just missed. If that would have hit, I think they would have one-shot the Ari, and unfortunately, once again with the no you. Oh boy. I feel bad for this team because they're doing a lot of things right. Luciv, way too far forward, gets the QSS onto it. Yeah, and he's going to be able to find out, and immediately on the back line, Tiny Rick almost does get one shot. Can't say almost at this point. And looks like these guys will be pushing for victory coming up really soon. We'll see if D-Brand and the Rammus are able to stop this from happening. I got to say, D-Brand's damage is less than impressive. The Rammus here getting burned down. Luciv on the side, not even helping his team. He just wants to FSU, if you know what I'm saying, here on the side. And yeah, look at all this damage coming through from Luciv. No one's able to find the CC onto him. Definitely not from the Xerath. And we got GG. That is game one. Exciting game, Fiesta game. I don't know what you're supposed to call that, but whatever it is, I didn't like it.
I mean, there were signs of life there from Bermuda, but it was just like,
It's the best word. That damage graph. You see, crap. I will say, I'm not sure if the stream can see it, but the Ezreal just insane on the damage graph right here. 24,000 damage in a 27-minute game. What I gotta say though is a lot of that damage was basically him messing around on the side, poking, and basically, I bet the last, I don't know, 4 or 5K of that damage was him just like poking people in the fountain. So either way, great game by Luciv, great game by Waj, who we thought he was caught out a couple times there, and he definitely proved to be slippery. But I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Well, like I said, I saw actually a lot of things I did like there from Bermuda. Biggest thing I didn't like was obviously there's some communication issues going on there, and
things I didn't like.
Maybe nitpicky, but some of the build stuff was weird too. This faded Quinn that we've been waiting so long to come out. I don't know if you noticed the second item, Sanguine Blade. That that is
that's something that maybe like last season, that would have been a good item when you're building Bork first last season, and then you build into the Sanguine Blade. The problem with that is that like the way that crit is structured now is that if you're building it, you kind of have to go into it and build it. So yeah, not a fan there. Last thing I'll say is like this team shows a lot of life. They were winning that game pretty hard, and then just like one fight they sort of threw it. So I think
and it didn't just throw, they like snowballed into the loss. Like they couldn't slow the train down really.
Correct. All right, well, folks, we're going to go for a quick break. We have the potential to be watching the last game of the season for this Bermuda Squares team. The question is will they come and actually find a showing, find their first win of the season, or will they go out softly and quietly? Tune in to find out. We will be right back. Hello, TCL fans, and welcome back. We're here for Game 2 of the Chess Club versus Bermuda Squares. We saw the old-time CLG. They're winning until they're not. That was the Bermuda Squares last game. Showed up, played the game, and then forgot they were playing League of Legends and went for snack time. Unfortunately, this could be their last game of the season. For those of you just joining us, the bottom two teams of each of our conferences in TCL are eliminated from the playoffs. This Bermuda Squares team is one of those. And so they're here just to cause chaos tonight. If they win, they pull their opponent, the Chess Club, out of tiebreaker contention for the first seed in their conference, which would be awesome because I want to play against them at the start of the playoffs. So I definitely have a horse in this race? Yeah,
horse in this race. Vetted. I don't know. I'm praying to Loki or whoever that they put some tricks up their sleeve here and whip something out. And it was a lot closer game one than I thought it was going to be completely bluntly honest. So I think there's something in there.
BMS talking about the possibility of these guys losing a band because of their mistake. Let me check in with the teams. Wally, carry us for here.
Sure, yeah. We got a little bit of stuff going on here, right? We've got possibly our last game for the good old boys in Bermuda coming up, and we've got what I hope not an easy series for our chess club here. Just to restate for anybody that's tuning in, pretty interesting series here. We've got Bermuda, who's out no matter what, but if they do win this game, we've got Chess Club going to a tiebreaker with my very own team. So here's hoping that we have a miracle in the outfield today.
Miracle. Angels in the outfield, baby. That's what we got here tonight.
All right. It looks like we're getting into select. So what did they decide on the ban?
We're going to see. I didn't actually see it in chat right there.
Okay.
Joe said he'd be a nice guy, and we'll see what that actually means.
Everyone needs to stop being nice and to be mean to each other.
Correct.
Yeah, for anyone that missed that from last game, we had a bit of a oopsie in Champ Select and ended up with a Grog's mid for a second that was promptly corrected against maybe some better judgments. But hopefully we have less mistake draft.
Let's see.
Oh, it looks like they did give up a ban, assuming that music did screw that up.
Oh. Yep. Okay, we're good. Yep, we just got word from the BMS team. They are enforcing the loss of ban there. And so they just let the timer run out, and there was no ban there from the chess club. Man, this is interesting. We don't often have to go to the rule book, but what we do, it's definitely.
I appreciate that they're taking the dignity hit there.
Well, it is what it is. It certainly is what it is.
We did get the Morgana ban this time around, so that's good.
The Nocturne ban, by the way. So this is interesting, and I think Rook is he's pretty good at doing his research here. I know that they were talking about doing, I think it was the Aurelian Soul and the Nocturne together.
Oh, God.
yeah. I still think we're going to get an Ace Soul by the end of this series, possibly this game. And by the way, those two things could mean the same thing, just for the record. I think we'll get it. But yeah, they were definitely talking about doing that. IREP was DMing me, getting me in on some of those.
Would that be
some of those secret
first
strats.
Game of that of the season? Or has he played it once before?
That would be the first. The Volibear locked in here from Music X. Notably, Music X has really loved this orange, so I'm curious what has made that change. I do think Volibear is particularly strong. Oh, is he going to lock it? He's been playing it. It's showing up in his match history. He said he wanted to play it. He was afraid to do it, though. Let's see if he's going to lock it.
I mean, if you want to experiment, this might be the series to do it.
It might be the series to do it.
Oh,
he's so lame. So lame.
Oh, man.
Looking
like a little bit of a salty run back here, but let's see what adaptations we have going on.
So lame.
Kane.
Oh man, he said he wanted it, and Droid wouldn't let him lock it.
Oh my god, weenies.
Oh man,
weenies.
Yeah. He is the captain.
Yeah, right?
He called the pick and ban. Yeah, you tell your support to get in line. You're the captain. You call the shots, brother. No, I'm saying that's what Rook should tell him. Yeah, that's right.
Where's Flex coming?
Joa looks at Droid and says, "Look at me. I'm the captain now." Tristana here showing. The question is, will this be a Tristana? I guess this could be in any lane.
Okay.
Usually I'd look at this and I'd say, well, you got your Tristana, your ADC, but Tristana is traditionally could be played really well in the mid lane and even potentially in the top lane against this Volibear. So I wouldn't put it past any of the folks at this point.
Oh my god. Yeah, we didn't get the Quinn ban through.
Pulling the Quinn ban. Good luck, Tiny Rick. Well, this better be a Teemo ban.
Oh my god, yeah. I would be a very happy camper to see this Teemo.
Come on.
I believe. Cho'Gath. Okay.
Oh, come on, Teemo.
Ooh. Oh,
if anyone wants to understand my silence, it's because I'm telling Tiny Rick he has to play Teemo.
Okay.
Come on.
Ezreal, man. Okay.
You already have the Leona from D-Brand. You got you already got your team fighting here. Do something fun. Play the Teemo. It's your last game of the season, potentially.
Please do. Okay, so we have what will probably be our ADC coming through. Well, it is blue. They're red side, so they'll probably hold the ADC pick, I would think. No? Kaisa is open. Okay. Xayah! Okay.
Getting the Xayah here. The Xayah Braum. Interesting lane. I guess not that interesting. You can do a lot with it if you hit those initial stun things, and then you do the thing where you double tap the Q with the Xayah, auto attack once, and then pull it back right away. Oh, it's a Tom Kench top. All right, fair enough.
Okay.
That is your Tom Kench top lane.
Interesting. Okay, well, we better have another big damage pick coming through here then for
your mid lane. I think this is an Aurelion Soul. I'm calling it right here, which actually I would hate to see into a Hecarim because I think he'll just get stomped.
That'd be a bad time.
10 times across, but I'm calling it. It's the Aurelion Soul. Could be the Ezreal. There it is. Yeah. Called it. Let's go.
Interesting. Okay.
I knew it. I knew it was coming, and I don't think he's going to take Flash with it either.
What is the faded Wojtek going to pick here then into the Aurelion Soul?
Which I will say. What will he play? Hopefully something fun. I'm gonna say he just locks the Cassio. I think he locks the Cassio.
Cassio.
Syndra. He's gonna take the Syndra. Yeah, I like the Syndra too.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I like the Syndra too here. It's one of those things where like you need something when the Aurelion Soul is basically running at you at like Mach 5 or flying or whatever he does. You just QE and it kind of bonks him out of it. So I have to imagine this is a really, really, really good pick. Into the Aurelion Soul.
Has a lot less health this season with his items too than he used to, so he's going to be definitely in kill territory for the Syndra.
Now, do you still go Mandate? Is that still the thing you're supposed to do?
I think so. The what is it called? Everfrost just got buffed this patch, so he might pivot to that. But as far as I know, it is still Imperial Mandate.
Everfrost did get buffed. I've been meaning to try that on Rise. That and what's the other one? The Cosmic Drive. Also.
Your Cosmic Drive on.
I actually really hope he pick. I hope he.
Those two items together might be really strong. Wow.
Yeah, that would be kind of sick. Yeah, because so the premise of how it got buffed. So Cosmic Drive is the one that just gives a bunch of like AP, a ton of ability haste, and movement speed. The thing is, it used to give you movement speed on hitting abilities, which was it means you actually can't use it out of combat, which makes it sort of useless for a lot of champions. They changed it so that now, as long as you have an ability power cap, or you hit an ability power cap, you now have that movement speed at all times. And so it's really good for something Aurelion Soul. You can't build it first item because you haven't actually gotten up to, I think it's 160 AP at that point. But once you hit that 2-item spike with whatever you have, I mean, you could. I wonder. If
he went Everfrost Mythic gives you AP, right? So could he Cosmic Everfrost into Cosmic Drive and that give him enough AP for the movement speed?
Well, I'm gonna say I think he needs a Leandries this game.
Oh yeah,
I think he needs a Leandries. I think second item, if you take that Leandries, I think you then need the Slowy Rod. We all know what it is. Rylai's, thank you. You need Rylai's, and then third item, I want to see a Cosmic Drive. I think that would be sick. I think he can roam all over the map. The question is will he lose by the time he has 3 items? Which last game that did happen. This game, our hope is that it doesn't, because this team really is showing a ton of faith. No, not faith. What's the real word I'm looking for? They're showing energy,
gumption.
Right? Gumption. Yeah, that's right. Gumption. They want to be playing. They're here. They're playing the game, and I think they're lacking this like mid game shot caller. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because all that mid game shot caller needs to do is like, hey, don't stand so far up in lane. Mm-hmm. Hey, don't be there. Hey, we just got a bunch of kills. Maybe let's reset. Like, they don't even need to be calling objectives, calling specific plays. Like, you just need to kind of have that voice. I don't think they have it, and I think that's kind of been the reason this team struggled. Because we've seen them have good games. I mean, they've played against a lot of these teams and had good early games and whatever. And then they just kind of give up halfway through the game. Mm-hmm. It's been my, take on it, having played them last week as a mercenary.
Yeah, our resident gun for hire here in the TCL.
Yeah, it did kind of happen, didn't it? Yeah.
Let me throw a weird, probably a softball at you, but we'll see if you have any interesting thoughts. You think there's any universe where Lyrica goes Blue Cane here? Like, it shocks the world.
I don't think you can, is the problem, because you, like, with Blue Cane, you have to be able to blow somebody up, and, like, Syndra possibly, but Syndra has a really easy pathway just to QE. So unless like that cooldown's down, maybe you can. Mm-hmm. And then Xayah, like, okay, you get near her with everything that he does, and she just ults. Mm-hmm. And so like beyond that, you're not going to assassinate the other 3. And I think it's almost silly to talk about because Red Cane is just so good into this Volley Bear, the Heck Rim, and he can duel the Heck Rim at all points of the game with that because of the healing. The Braum is pretty obvious. Don't worry about the back line. Just get in and murder this front line.
Mm-hmm. No, definitely. They have a pretty good front-to-back team comp here, actually, if they can position correctly. Looks like we're loading in now.
Yeah, we sure are. All right, folks, for you guys tuning in, and again, I thank you so much for tuning in over the course of this TCL season. This could be the last game we see these 5 players play together, and they've gone through the ringers of hell this season. They've seen everything. They've gotten beaten in every single game they've played. They've put in some heart. They put in some effort, and at the end of the day, none of it's really worked out. And some team has to be last. But I do thank them for all the time they put into this, and this is it. This is their last chance to show that maybe they did have some of that throughout the season and things just hadn't worked out. So let's see what happens. I'm in for it. I'm ready for it.
I want them to show me why squares are better than triangles or something. I don't know. Something. Metaphor.
Yeah, that was the thing. They're the well, it just totally fits them. Like they have players that are all about not what's the word? Not resetting expectations. What's the Game of Thrones meme?
Game of Thrones meme. I'll be honest, I don't watch Game of Thrones.
about expectations, subverting expectations. That's what it is. Okay. Yeah, well, I guess that came first in Star Wars, but anyway, they're kind of the team of like subverting expectations, right? Like they got a mid laner who like hates to take flash, and obviously this game isn't a good example of that. But like they got a top laner who would rather play like Tahm Kench top lane than anything meta. They've got Sir Aaron, who I guess he's probably not a good example because he wanted to play some meta stuff, but they've pulled out some weird like double mage bot lanes. Like they're all trying to do weird, different stuff. And so their name had to match, and that's why they're not the Bermuda Triangles; they're the Bermuda Squares.
I love it. The eccentric names, I guess I'll say, are usually my favorites. I've always been a big Unicorns of Love fan, so.
Yeah, I love it. I love it, but does it help them win any games? That's the question.
I don't know. It's easy to play meta, right? It's hard to play off the cuff, so that's the sad truth of it.
That is the sad truth of it here. Yes, this trade here, one thing I would expect is that Volley Bear, being a very good early game duelist, does not get beat up by Tom Kench. And the whole point of picking that pick is that you pretty much beat up everything that's like a melee champion in the top lane. So, hey, production, Mr. Top Laner, who do you think wins this lane? This Volibear overtime, that's the call here. Well, it looks like it might not even be overtime. The question is can he find this chomp? Oh, the heal's going to come through. The chop's going to happen. He's going to get first blood. The top lane from 1M Tiny Rick. This guy's an absolute beast. He's been looking to make that happen all season long, and he finally got it. I got to know how excited this man is. Oh. Yeah, he didn't. Oh, right here we have the kill in the mid lane. The Ignite came through. The Electrocute came through. We did miss what happened there. But most notably, IREP still has Flash. You go without Flash that long, you forget how to use it, apparently, and that's what happened today. Oh, great fight there. D-Brand finds it on to Lucid, but he gets a little bit too far forward with that because I think he has to follow him through the Flash, which is really unfortunate for D-Brand. Ultimately, Sir finds the good trade back here. Rook Stout going to be coming in. He is not seen by vision. He's not going to be seen in any capacity here. D-Brand walking forward, and these guys are probably wondering what the hell. Sir Aaron actually able to find the kill right at the beginning of that. Oh, but he does not know how to buffer the Tristana W correctly. He's going to die for it. Question is, with this TP coming through from IREP, are they going to be able to find the damage? They do! IREP finds everything onto this 80 carry, exactly what he needed to do with this teleport. If he's going to leave lane, better find something for it. They're going to push this wave in, and they're going to lose a lot of CS onto the Xayah at the end of the day. Great plays coming across at the beginning of this game here. Music X finding the trade. See, this is what I was concerned about with the Volibear. Yeah. Tiny Rick, by the way, has a Doran's blade.
Oh, okay.
And he's sticking around. I think this should... Oh, this really needs to signal to the Volibear that if this guy's sticking around, there's probably a jungle around. Looks like it might not here, and yeah, Tiny Rick just gonna want to bait this. Lyric is in, he successfully baits. They find the damage. The question is, can Music find the damage on to Tiny Rick before he dies? He needs to get him. He needs to eat him. He can't get it in time. Lyric is gonna find the damage to return, and that will be a 1-for-1 in the top lane. Tiny Rick, I think. I don't know if the W cooldown was down or maybe he was like in animation, but either way, yeah, I mean, he didn't have the stacks. I thought he did by the third. But maybe I'm wrong. I just missaw that. Either way, not able to find a potential fighter in the bot lane. Gank coming through on Rook Stout. They're doing a really good job of baiting these fights. Right here, Rook is going to come around from the side. Oh, brilliantly done right there. Sir Aaron, I think, that time successfully does the jump with the buffering. And Rook, of course, not able to get any CC onto him because the jump will always go through if you time it correctly.
I like that. So we can kind of see our strategies coming through as they start to warm up the dragon here. A lot of bot focus on the side of Chess Club, and it's looking like more topside focus, at least for right now, on the side of Lyrica. He really just wants to worry about getting his red form stacks more than anything. He can certainly outfarm.
Here, IREP coming through with the top side, able to find a little bit of a stun, but it now looks like he might get caught out. He used his flash finally to his advantage. Unfortunately, here, you know,
hey, at least
his team's going to show up late. Yeah, he still has it. That's true. At least he had it from not losing at mid lane there. By the way, Wally, speak up. These great viewers want to hear your sultry voice.
Oh, am I too quiet? Hold on, we'll get the beautiful.
You gotta sit up. Yeah, you gotta with the diaphragm. You gotta like take a deep breath. I don't know.
Okay.
I learned how to sing once. That doesn't mean I actually am a good singer. It just means that, you know,
diaphragm.
I kind of teach you diaphragm. That's right.
Okay. So it looks like we're getting back to our standard lane assignments here. Little bit of a tussle.
Oh, Lyrica gonna be able to find a really good invade. Tiny Rick still has ult, and I think he's gonna want to take the turnaround. Ooh. Lyrica does actually find. Oh, through the CC, you could have killed him, brother. Oh, he could have killed him. He was scared of Waj, but IREP could have roamed up and helped him out there. Yeah, I think that's just what happens when you don't have a lot of trust in your team. He doesn't know that IREP's going to be able to come up there and meet him. Coming top with the gank here. Kane hopefully able to find Music X here. Music X trying to run away, but he's slow to oblivion. The eat comes through. He's going to ult back out. Is the damage going to be there? IREP is top, and the flash is going to come through and ultimately going to get out without taking that death. Good roam there from IREP, trying to use this Aurelion Soul to its for what it's good at with these roams bot side and top side.
No, that's fantastic. I mean, with no ult and no flash, I'd say that the Volibear's pretty much a sitting duck, if nothing else than a red orb battery for Kane. So I imagine he's just going to put more of a tent than he already has up there.
Now, Mr. Producer, I believe that the Volibear early game damage profile is actually going to be more than 50% magic damage focused. Am I correct on that? If he's building the Doran's ring, or is that not true? Just about, yeah. So, and reason I ask is because I see Tiny Rick building some early game armor right here. And I'm almost wondering if honestly, typically in these cases where you're against this pure hybrid, what you'll do is you'll actually just go and buy HP, and you'll go. Yeah, you get the Bomby Cinder. It's just pure HP, and HP is great against these. Wojtek finds the solo kill in the mid lane. Sorry, we were totally distracting our producer there, but he's gonna find he's gonna find it. Gonna find it. Meanwhile, okay, that one's on you, brother. Another kill missed there. Double kill there from Sir Aaron. D-Bran and Sir Aaron looking really good this game, finding all the fights even after absorbing a couple, probably 2-3 ganks here. Really good looks from these guys.
There and finally see a nice.
Oh, Lyrica, I love it, brother. Lyrica ain't scared of nothing. These guys are going to go. Let's see can we see the gold difference if there's anything substantial bot lane? Almost 9k gold difference here. Now, yeah, Rookstout is going to be looking for some kind of return. They're going to go and probably just lay it down right now, and this might actually just be the turret between the demolish and between.
Has the ult. I don't know if it'll make him be able to save the tower or not.
Yeah, well, if I'm him, I'm not ulting into this. Yeah, he's going to lay this down. I think this is going to be a dead tower. No, you don't want this, Tiny Rick. You don't want this. You so don't want this.
Harold's not going to kill the tower. I think he's all right.
Okay. Actually, okay. Okay, hold on. No! Tiny Rick misses. Tiny Rick misses. Is he going to be able to run down the Volibear? That's the question.
He's got it.
Oh, Tiny Rick. All right, he gets a kill there.
Huh.
Oh, dude, this Tomcat is going ham.
Interesting.
Tiny Rick accidentally W's a minion. All right, folks. Let me teach you a little about something. It's called the Toggle Champions Only selection. You gotta use that for any ability that's point and click whenever you're in the middle of a minion line like that. It'll never happen to you again. If you're an ADC, you especially should be using that.
Oh, I gotta say for the junglers too, there's been too many times I've walked through chickens and accidentally proc them when I'm trying to dive mid-tower and just go.
Oh, TP in from the Volibear. The Volibear's gonna be looking for something here. Meanwhile, Lyrica is in on the invade, doesn't realize that Music X is TP behind him. He is saving Private Ryan behind enemy lines right here, looking to go up and hopefully find and execute. Maybe even find his Tiny Rick here.
Out.
Oh, actually, he's totally fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, even Rook Stout says, I'm a little bit low. I got nothing to do with this. Actually, they're going to be looking to find some kind of return action. I don't think they're going to find the damage they're looking for here. Lyrica, at minimum, going to be trying to charge up his passive. Oh, boy. Oh, good looks on Lyrica. He gets out of that fine. I thought he was in a spot. Oh, this could be a solo kill for Watch. He's definitely going to find the ult in. The question is he going to find the rest of the damage? He does. He flashes in. He finds the additional Death Orb, gets that last piece of damage he needs, and he's going to find his third solo kill of the game.
Okay, interesting. So looking at the Aurelian build, too, we've got the tier coming through, and we've got a ring, so he's definitely delaying himself over this way stronger 1v1 character. I'm not sure if that's really the best call.
I need to see. Yes, you can contest this. The Kane's not there, but look at Waj, look at Rook. They're both getting a little bit low. Your Aurelian Soul can come from base. I almost just want to see the spot lane go on him. Yeah, they're not going to do it.
Man, I definitely think they can just jump on the horse there and kill him.
Yeah, look at that. You would have killed him. You just go on him.
Yep.
Well, it's one of those things you have to feel really confident to do. So I'll never say that's like a big mistake. It's one of those things that it's an opportunity missed more than it's a mistake, and there really is a difference between those two things.
Yeah, and it comes from
mid lane. What's going on mid lane here? Got let's just leave this position. He isn't scared of anything. He's probably going to die again.
No flash this time, but we do have the ignite.
Well, she's going to flash back out. Man, this guy's not scared of anything. He's 2 levels down. Oh, don't do it. Come on. Come on. Just leave. Leave, brother. Leave. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. The fight's going to come through. Sir Aaron goes and tries to drop everything. Oh, the Kane Evolve's going to come. He gets the knockup. Now, there is going to get a return kill onto the support here, the Leona. Oh, look at this guy behind enemy lines. He's going to be able to kill this Droid 08. Go and find the damage. Hopefully he can find the knockup. He's going to find it. Hits it. Gets it going through. Lyrica going real ham on this game. He is 3-0. The question is will he out-carry this feeding mid laner on the IREP Aurelion Soul?
I gotta say, they layered the CC there really well. That's
it did.
Pretty fantastic combo they're going to keep pulling off, I'm sure.
Well, and something, interesting. They're going to find Rook Stout right here, who has the Volibear potential to back him up. That's just about it. The question is, the Tahm Kench can definitely get there. The ultimate is up from Tahm Kench. I think, frankly, he should be ulting right now. Yep, he's going to get through. I think he immediately has to eat D-Brand, though.
D-Brand should be out.
You know, he's going to be looking to find the damage. He's going to look to eat the Volibear here. Nope, not going to be able to. Yep, Flash comes out, and so the Syndra has shown up, and I think it's time to disengage.
Okay. Well, we get all of our boys out, but we do lose the Flash again on the behind top laner.
So IREP playing into a very big counter matchup, undoubtedly. The thing is when it's a counter, you have to treat it like a counter, and you have to stop, going in and not expecting her to go and take the fights that she's obviously going to be taking.
Oh, for sure. I mean, most of these fights have been when he's pretty deep in the lane, too. He really should just be sticking to what Aurelion Soul's good at and pushing these lanes out and roaming and not even trying to interact with this counter matchup.
Yeah, well, the problem is right here is that you're now down 50 CS. You're probably down 2k gold at this point. He's trying to get whatever gold he can. He's also, he's 2 levels down. I don't even know if I mentioned that. Let's see the gold difference here, mid lane. Oh, man. Yeah.
A 1 or 2k.
Like 1.7k. Yeah, man. So, do we have a fight coming in top lane here, I think? Yep. Oh, Tiny Rick! Rick, I don't know if he was looking for some kind of damage there, but he's going to get taken down. Meanwhile, Rook Stout trying to find IREP. IREP just eats out of there with that, whatever it's called. I fly really far button. That's really all I'm willing to call it.
It's called Comet of Legend.
Comet of Legend, that's right. Now, Lyrica in here. Rook Stout is going to be behind. He's going to find the ult onto IREP, who has really no way to defend against it. Lyrica wants to go in on this. Oh, he finds the ult. He's actually going to be able to miss that stun there. The question is, will he stay in? He will not stay in. He's just going to run away and try to get the safety. Oh, Luciv actually finds the kill there. Meanwhile, this Tristana now is going to go on the droid. The question is, can Sir Aaron find this last kill with the slow? My guess is probably not. Ultimately,
should be tower, though. I mean,
yeah, ultimately that ends up being really worth. This Tristana is popping off. Why didn't we see this any other game from Sir Aaron here?
Okay. Oh, he's not going to stay for the tower bot.
Yeah, it's a questionable move because you've got, I guess they don't
have any vision on the Herald, so I mean, realistically,
they don't. But you do know where your jungler is, and you know where the mid laner is.
That's fair.
Oh, here we go. Lyrica is probably going to be looking for this. I hope he goes in. Come on, go, take it. Oh, he catches him shopping. Let's go, Lyrica. Come on, buddy. No. Oh my God, Lyrica almost dashed it. Mid lane, we actually have a fight showing up. Yep, Lodge finds the stuns, but ultimately does not unleash the ultimate power onto IREP. Probably could have. He's getting to that point where he's beefy enough as the Syndra mid to probably take those infamous R1 shots. Unleashed power, not unlimited power. Unlimited, but I'm mixing my Star Wars with my League of Legends.
Yeah, I think she just says unlimited power as one of her little quips when you're clicking around with her.
Yeah, that's your Darth Sidious.
Yeah.
that's what I was putting there. Wondering if the Tahm Kench here is going to be able to find. He does find that tower.
Fantastic.
Top lane.
Good. So that'll give him prop for Dragon that we've got coming up here shortly.
Yeah, really important. He obviously has TP. He has his ult. He's kind of able to be wherever he wants here.
Yeah, this is an Ocean Soul. If we can get this onto a Red Kayn and a Tahm Kench and a Tristana, they're going to have a hell of a time.
These guys need to go. They need to go. They either need to engage the fight or they need to start this dragon here. Oh, we got the TP coming in. Hopefully the Tahm Kench is going to match this thing. The question is can they find the dive, hopefully onto Wojtek? That's who they're going to be looking for. They've obviously given up a lot of their positioning right here. Aurelion Sol is on the back. He's on the flank here. He's going to be looking for the Comet really well. He finds it. Yep, he gets Luciv. Does not actually take enough damage there. Luciv has flashed out. Meanwhile, Tyrick up on top, just getting blasted by Music X here. IREP can't have enough damage onto this. He's trying to find the kill, but he can't. Lyrica just so close to finding the Syndra. Unfortunately, they just don't have any damage.
Yeah. Yeah, no, when your Fed player gets stonewalled by the top tank, you're really not going to ever have a chance to win.
Oh boy, Flash coming here on or by Droid trying to find onto Sir Aaron. Yeah, Sir Aaron ultimately able to get out. The big issue there is Sir Aaron wasn't able to be a part of that fight outside of trying to hit the volley bear. And so everything that like IREP and Lyrica were doing was a 2v3. Like they tried to do all the damage, but like I look at IREP's build. Yeah, IREP before that didn't even have that blasting wand. He literally had like a tier, a bunch of starting items, and the Verdant barrier or whatever it's called.
Right.
Like you're not doing much with this. Lyrica gonna be trying to find this. Good luck. You got to go on Rook Stout. Pick a target. Pick a target. All right, so they got him. They found Rook Stout. The question is, are they gonna be able to find the return? They do get Droid here. D-Brand with the shield. They're gonna get all the kills, and everyone's gonna get out without taking any deaths. Even Luciv has to use his flash to get over the wall. Good return play. We're seeing signs of life from this Bermuda Squares team.
Yeah, they really do surprise me with their, at least their ingenuity for looking for these picks. And it's just the gold difference kind of screwing them over right now. We've got IREP sort of losing to the item shop currently. So
and I want to call out to Tiny Rick this game. He's made some mistakes, but he's playing a proactive game of League of Legends. And I would say my biggest criticism against Tiny Rick typically is that he doesn't play a proactive game of League of Legends. He just kind of exists. And sometimes he does a lot of damage, but he's not actually out there making plays for his team. And like here with the Tom Kench with some of these TPs on Quinn, we saw him take that 1v1 against Luciv. That's not something we usually see from him. So I really appreciate seeing him play that way today. And I wish, I hope we get to see more of it, even if it's not this series.
In all seriousness, I hope the captains for next season kind of take notes of this game and note that there's definitely some diamonds that can be made out of the pressure here that they're under currently.
Correct. Game. Well, that's it. Now again, they're having fun. It doesn't matter for them. It does matter for me, and just saying, I do have a PayPal.
You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. That is
collusion doesn't count when it's me.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, we got the flash here from Lyrica trying to find the W, and he just gets absolutely one shot. Tiny Rick does a really good job saving his chomp right there. Sir Aaron, unfortunately, is going to tank the entire Syndra ult, so he has to just run away. Yeah, these guys they need to leave. There's nothing else coming here. Oh my god, poor Tiny Rick. It's stunned for so long that he can't even get the shield off.
Oh, good lord. I don't know if you noticed, the Hecarim got out there with 50 health out of the back.
Yeah, he did. I mean, the positioning was just all wrong. It looked as if the team wasn't prepared for Lyrica's flash entrance there. D-Brand hanging around here. I don't know what you're doing, buddy, but you can't just give up the tower. You're like a 500 HP Leona. What's the best case scenario there? What are you looking good? You're standing there to look pretty? That's what it looks to me. It does here. If you are this Bermuda Squares team, obviously having 2 items on the Tristana is going to be a big turning point. The question is will she get absolutely blasted every fight by this, full glass cannon Wojtek Syndra? Especially a champ like Tristana and a player like D-Brand who just wants to be jumping in. But hold that thought. I think he actually is going to be jumping in the right way this time because we've got Music X who's just way caught out in front of him. I don't even know that it needed this TP. Yeah, it didn't need... probably wanted that. Actually, I almost wanted that onto IREP, who's still at 21 minutes, doesn't have a mythic item.
Oh, good lord.
The question is, can we get a dragon timer here from production?
Should be a minute or so. Minute or two.
There's N is the hotkey for that, by the way. We got 35 seconds here.
Okay, this is Soul. I sort of struggle to see how they get a win in a fight here without a
it kind of looks like they're going to be giving up this Soul, but they didn't go for Baron either, and so it's like you got to make these decisive shot calls, and you need to do something.
Yeah, you just committed 4 players to the top side. You might actually just want to try.
Oh, you can't be here. You can't be there, Sir, and you got to get out. Sir Aaron's just going to get... Well, first of all, this Leona's... Actually, the question is will the shield be enough? It's not. Droid finds a very, very, very good... was it Winter's Bite? Yeah, very good Winter's Bite. fight from, I don't even know if he had vision of him at that point. I think that might have been blind. Great job by Droid securing that kill, and this is going to be a soul. Man. Yeah, this is, for anyone who, wants to learn about shot calling, being a team leader, whatever, one of the most important things you can learn is it doesn't matter if you make the right call. What matters is that everyone does the same thing. Everyone follows the same plan. And so, right there, if you are Bermuda Squares and you go and you find that top side and you realize that these folks aren't coming to match you, you just go take the Baron. It doesn't matter if you give up the soul, because look what you did. What you did led to giving up the soul anyway. So just something to consider for the viewers here, whenever you're in that position. Just go do something, be decisive about it. Don't worry about if it's the right call or not, because chances are the fact that you're being decisive is already getting you three quarters of the way. We are going to be seeing an actual... Yeah, well, right here, Sir Aaron is a little bit out of position. He's going to have to jump over the wall, which puts him out of the range for any of the damage dealers that he wants to be going on. Lyrica in the back line. He is ulted onto Rook Stout, finds some of that heal and a little bit of a knock-up. Question is, he is staying alive through this whole thing. IREP is, meanwhile, burning down via the Ignite. He is going to be able to live from this. The question is can they find anything onto Watch Tech? They cannot. Voy is going to be able to get out, and they're going to be looking... for this Baron, and they've barely been missing health bars after that freaking Dragon Soul.
Exactly. This is the Ocean Soul doing its work for itself right now. I dare say that this is probably how most of the fights for the rest of the game are going to go. They're just going to not be able to commit hard enough, and then Dragon Soul is going to kill them back up.
And I'm not going to make a note on the actual gold differences. It's obviously close enough they can play. You have a fed Tristana, though. And I gotta say, that positioning from Saren, I'm actually gonna say that fight, he needed to step up there. What happened was he basically walked into the enemy team, phase tanked the middle of them, and he had to jump over the wall towards the blue buff, and then the only target he could reach is this super tank volley bear who is built exclusively armor in him. And so you're gonna sit there, you're gonna hit him 20 times in a row, and you're gonna do half of his health bar. Meanwhile, poor Lyrica is sitting there in the back line, wait, I thought we were going on this. I thought we were making a play. I don't blame Lyrica. He was in there because he thought his Tristana was there and he thought his team was there. So,
yeah, I mean, he managed to stall for another knock-up too, and it doesn't amount to much, unfortunately.
IREP, first Baron has gone down. It's 25 minutes of the game, and the Aurelian Soul still doesn't have a mythic. He also barely has any more gold than his Leona.
What the hell mythic are you even going for at this point in the game? I mean, he's got the...
Presumably a Leandry's, but... Which is the right move. You've got, 3 tanks you're going to need to burn through, but, Oh, man. Whatever you're doing with starting items, the thing is he had 3 starting items. He had a Doran's Ring, I think, at some point, too, before he sold it. You're spending all your money on starting items that doesn't actually come back through and give you any return on investment.
It's just... Oof.
Kane is around the backside. They're looking for the fight. Looks like they're just going to be able to go on the front line. Yeah, oh my god, huge damage there from the Syndra. But they're going to be able to find the return. Support for support. Music X gets stunned back out. Lots of these guys, they're actually going to be able to probably get out of this. And Tiny Rick is just standing there in front. He does have the gigantic shield. Oh, Sir Aaron wants it. A lot of damage. Unfortunately, it just wasn't enough. One more auto attack. He actually, you know what's sad? He started running away at the end. If he would have hit that one last auto attack, he would have killed the Sire.
Yeah. Yep.
He leaves early.
Oh man, we're looking on the end of the game here, probably. Unfortunately.
Yep, we are. This is looking like it will be end. This will be potentially the end of this Bermuda Square season. Let's see if they're going to be able to come back and fight towards the end of this. This is potentially it right here. Rook Stout going in, trying to find this early kill. Tiny Rick, so much damage tanked, but so much more damage done by Luciv. D-Brand able to kill X here. Luciv is by himself, trying to find the country too. Watch Tech in the back, just throwing down the damage and the stunts here. Lyrica around the side, looking for the heals. The question is can he heal up whatsoever? And in this case right here, IREP looking for a thing. Meanwhile, Rook Stout, or rather Lyrica, sitting here having to go back, heal up after the end of this fight. And man, that was a little bit chaotic, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, just looking at that fight, it almost encapsulated the entirety of how this game's gone so far. Because IREP literally did whatever he wanted that entire fight and did no damage. They didn't pay him any mind at all. And then they also decided that they wanted to focus the humongous Volibear that took them 30 seconds to kill.
All right, so he is going to go the Everfrost, and I gotta say, you are against 3 health stackers. It's the wrong move. I'll say it now. I don't care who flames me in chat. It is the wrong move. I don't care if it's meta. You got to get through these tanks. And right now, the only person who's doing tank killing damage is the Tristana, who's forced to go and kill the Volibear. And like the Kane's doing his best, but the Kane is like, it's kind of like a more of him being like an annoying little fly flying around the back line. Like he's staying alive, he's being annoying, he's disrupting, but he's not actually doing damage in the way that he needs to.
Oh, as he goes and buzzes over to Droid, it looks like.
He does buzz over, that's right, you got it. Yeah, these guys need to find this Elder. It's going to be coming up here in 30 seconds. Teleport. The engage is going to come on, but the teleport's coming through. The Tom Kench in the back line going to be looking to find Wojtek. Wojtek has been hit with the stun. This is the potential chance right here. Tiny Rick needs to find this kill. He needs to eat him here in the back line. Luciv is just 1v2, just absolutely basically one-shotting this guy. Sir Aaron can't do anything. The Syndra is going to die. They have actually been winning this fight. I think these guys need to just disengage, get the hell out of there, and go and save the base because they were winning the fight. Probably a little bit of a miscommunication right there, but the fact is... Yeah, I don't think so either. Yeah, IREP finds the slow, finds the stun. Yeah, there's your Everfrost. You know what? It was worth it. IREP running so fast trying to get away from that. He will have the Comet coming up to stun, and they're going to look. Let's go see what's happening at the base.
No? Oh, okay.
They're able to save it. They're going to be looking to wave clear here. Oh my god, look at the damage from the demolish on the Volibear, and he's just going to heal back.
And they go straight to Elder off of this. They're going to be full health thanks to that soul.
IREP so low right now. Literally 2 auto attacks probably kills him. Yep, has to flash out. I think he needs to go back more than anything. And oh, Sir Aaron's going to get one shot. Yeah, I think they thought they were already taking. I think because they don't have vision of where these people are coming in from topside. I think they thought that the dragon was already being done and they had to go after it. I think little did they know, had they gone back, reset, gone full HP, they would have been able to make it in time and have a shot.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. It looks like they're just throwing rocks at him at this point. Watching the Aurelian here just tickle this Volibear that has no MR whatsoever.
Correct. And unfortunately, with this Ocean Soul, you want to see a finished Grievous Wounds item for the 60%. And unfortunately, these guys are just so starved for gold at this point that they're not going to be able to finish up any of this. But here these guys come. They are running through mid. This might mark the end of the season for this team. The Chess Club showing their strength, showing that they're ready for the tiebreaker, ready to go after Team Monkey. That's you guys. And this is it right here. This is kind of do or die here from Team Bermuda Squares. Will they have a chance to find their win? We will find out. Music X standing here in the front line, looking for this damage. They're going to try and take this tower. This Joa rooks down on the back line, dives in, but what's it going to cost him? He might go down from Sir Aaron with all this damage. Music X is 1 versus 3. He's got so much damage. He gets bumped out of there, but it doesn't matter because he's going to be able to find the execute. That is going to be the end of the game. We got the client bug, our favorite infamous client bug. That will be the end of the series. A brilliant 2-0 by the Chess Club, bringing it in the right way. And great game for everybody. Great game by Bermuda Squares. They showed some life. Ultimately, weren't able to make it happen. And thank them so much for playing this season and
thank you guys.
Everything that happened. Yeah. Man, I thought we were going to be able
to doing my Hail Marys in that last fight, just hoping something crazy happens. But
that really
clean
is
finish.
Yeah.
Now,
are we gonna? Oh, we're not gonna get a damage graph, of course, because of Riot.
Oh, because of the bug.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. It's gonna look like nothing. Wojtek, Zaya, nothing.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my guess here.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. That's gonna be my assumption through this thing. Man, really good game there. I mean, I think you're the Chess Club, like you're a 5-1 team. You're trying to show that you're the best team in this conference. Like, actually, Blood able to get the clip going again. Here we go. We're watching us. Oh, it's just us. Yeah, all right, we're not live. Okay. Yeah, it's just us. Trying to get the damage cap. Yeah, they kill everyone. Tiny Rick is man versus world here. And the question is, hey, Chess Club going to BM a little bit, but Tiny Rick going to BM a little bit back. A little bit of healthy BM across each other. And that will mark the end of the season. And looks like stats may not still be showing up. We tried.
We appreciate it, bud. We appreciate it.
All right, who are we going to call? Who are we going to call to be the MVP? What do you think?
Oh man. I want to say Wojtek. I'm kind of feeling that, but we did have a really impressive Ezreal game 1 too. So it's a little.
We did, and what did he play game? What did Wojtek play game on?
Wojtek was Ari. Yeah, that
he
was our the Ari.
Yeah, he had a good game too. I think we pull in Wojtek. I think we got to pull in Wojtek after that. He was, he solo killed the mid 3 times. He was just like dashing all over the place. Could never die that first game. Although he's gotten a lot of interviews though. That's my only. Maybe we should bring Luciv on here.
Bring Brooke.
Oh, we did. You know what? You're right. You did. All right, we're gonna take Wojtek, and let's do a double. Let's do Rook too. Let's get the team captain.
How are we doing?
All right, Joa, Rook Stout, Wojtek, you are here on stream with a bunch of folks watching here.
I'm actually leaving. I'm leaving. Pull it.
Joa, rude.
You're leaving? Where are you going?
Pull in Austin. Hello. Where's Luciv?
He got.
Rude, Joa, rude.
All right, fine. Luciv will get part of this interview, even though he got donkey slapped. Bye, Sir Aaron. That's okay. All right, Luciv. We got Luciv here. We got Wojtek. One of you guys, tell me how you feel after this series. You feeling fresh? You feeling happy? You feeling ready for a tiebreaker? What's going on?
Yeah, you want to take that one, boy?
I think that we're pretty happy with just having ended and actually getting the tiebreaker. That was the clincher after the forfeit that happened with TPF. The fact that we actually had to win this game, I think we're pretty happy that we pulled it off.
Yeah, and I gotta say, I saw game 2 there. There was a Karthus almost locked in, and it sounds like someone pulled the no fun card. What happened there?
Well, let's just say that in Clash last night, with the full roster aside from a sub for Luciv, we lost the first game and then won the other 2. The first game Karthus was picked. He was not picked the other 2 games. Huge shout out to Joa, not saying that it wouldn't work, and not throwing the blame, but I just, there were some comments when it was hovered that it might be prudent to leave that for a future game. Well, we're saving it. It's a big pick that we're saving for playoffs. We didn't want to show how powerful it was.
Now, Wojtek, you did get the counter matchup, but you also got 3 solo kills in lane. Walk me through that game, because I feel like you sort of single-handedly killed their entire strategy and kept him in lane. Did you feel like the pick made sense? Yeah, I'm talking to you.
It's going to sound bad, but you talking about the Ari game or the Syndra game?
The Syndra game, because you got 3 solo kills onto the irrelevant solo.
I got a couple on the other one. I was a little bit surprised when he pulled out Asol. I wasn't sure if the hover from the first game was because we accidentally locked in Gragas, so they just randomly picked Asol because they figured it was going to be a redo on the lobby, or if that was actually a planned pick. I haven't played against an Asol in like several months, and shout out to IREP for playing it, because I know very, very few Asol players left in existence. But yeah, I mean, at that point, that's one of those lanes where if I were him, I might have rushed Verdant Barrier a little bit earlier, because the moment that I got 1 kill, it's Syndra.
And Luciv, we noticed that you guys broke some rules in the first game during the draft. Talk to me about your captain. Is he the kind of rule-breaking thug that we need to be concerned about coming into playoffs here?
Yeah, I don't know if you know this or not, but Joe actually rides a Harley with a leather vest, bro. Like, all he is do illegal shit. And let's be also honest, if he didn't blow that ban, would the game have been as interesting? I would argue no.
Hey, that's a good point.
Also, for the viewers,
yeah, bot lane. Obviously, game 1 was Lane Kingdom. You kind of did everything you wanted to on that Ezreal. You were hopping over walls. No one could do everything. Game 2, the lane didn't go your way, but the game did. And so, walk me through game 2 in the course of kind of taking a couple deaths and then ultimately showing up and doing a ton of damage and big fights towards the end of the game.
Yeah, I'll start from Genesis on this one. So if we're reading the good book, on the 3rd day, I decided at the last second, I haven't played Xayah yet, so let's just effing send it. And, maybe I haven't practiced that champion in a while, and maybe they hit level 6 before us a couple of times. Whatever, who really remembers? I would like to say I had a couple cocktails, but I didn't actually. As we got, deeper into the game, I think the gap was just exposed, right? Like, actually getting farm up, the coal build, once the Cole got rid of it and I got 2 items, it was kind of like GG easy. But yeah, man, I don't know. I think they just wanted to camp me. That's all I know. Like camp bot and then still lose game. And I will also mention, as we get to the end of the good book here, Zaya did the most damage in the game by 200.
There you go. Well, we didn't get to see it because of the client bug. Yeah. So I'm happy to hear that. Last question, and this is to you both. You just witnessed the last game ever by this iteration of the Bermuda Squares. They are officially out. What would you like to say to their opponents, capping off their final game of TCL Season 2?
I would like to bring to mind, I don't know how many people watching have seen this, but after whatever Worlds it was, where Albus Nox Luna played against G2, and Licorice basically gave a speech saying that they could have absolutely trolled because they were basically out of the running, but they still gave them a good game and actually showed up and played. I think that they looked probably better in this series than they have across the entire season, and the fact that they have improved and actually gave us good games, even when it didn't have a huge impact on their playoff standings, huge shout out to them.
Right on. Yeah, we were talking about that too. So thank you. I'm glad to see that you as their opponents noticed that too.
My closing remarks here is 1, Rudy, you're my boy. I love you. Good luck next season. Sir Aaron, you can hold that L. The entire Chuck family name out of here. And yeah, I think they played okay. I mean, they had to like swap a couple players around, so is what it is. But I don't know. I think they just got mentally boomed at some point, so it feels bad. I'm sure they're actually probably, and maybe I'm wrong here, and this is probably going to sound toxic to say, I feel like we did them a favor. We got them a better mental health state.
Well, I'll wait to hear from them to hear if they feel the same way. Wojtek, Luciv, great games tonight. If I hope, and I hate to say this, but I hope you lose your tiebreaker because I want to play you guys first round. I think it'll be an exciting match.
You really don't want Bam Navar, let's be real.
I want to see that happen. We will have the official Tilted Since Season 3 reunion match in the first round of the playoffs if that happens. That being said, good luck in your tiebreaker. Really excited for that. And yeah, thank you guys so much for playing tonight.
See you. Thanks for letting me.
Oops.
Bye.
Sorry, listen. That's incredible. All right, folks. Thank you all so much for tuning in. This was awesome. We have one more match of TCL Season 2 regular season. That is tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. It is Team Coin Flip versus Life for Appa. It's sure to be a great one. The game does not matter for my team. It does matter for Life for Appa because if they lose that game, they are officially tied. That's right. You're rooting for us. They're officially tied for the tiebreaker. Just a quick reminder, there's only 6 teams in the playoffs, so the top 2 teams get a bye during that first round, which is crucial. People want that first seed. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Wally, any closing remarks before we log off?
Chess Club. See you soon, friends.
See you soon, friends. See you soon, everybody.
Have a good one.